Welcome to our Frequency Alchemy Tribe Healy webinar. I'm Debra Sofia Magdalene, delighted to be hosting today. And this is an introduction to Healy. Before we do that, I'll give you a quick introduction to myself, and then Jane will give you a quick introduction to herself. And we'll share with you how we actually came across Healy. So I was house and pet sitting at the start of 2020 when all world travel ended, and that meant all my income ended as well. In May of 2020, my dear friend Ellen sent me a video about the Healy technology, and I got very excited. And the more I researched, the more excited I got. And I had a quick session with Cindy in America, who demonstrated the Healy aura and chakra module to me, and it just blew me away. And I just knew, because my intuition was really instructing me to take this seriously and to invest in my own device, that's what I did, because I always follow my intuition. So even though I didn't have any money whatsoever, I invested in my own Healy. I found that I was in profit within my first 30 days, and I got a free Healy. And this has led to me having a global business, to being able to offer quantum frequency sessions with clients all over the world, and also now developing practitioner training to help people who are using the Healy as practitioners with clients to be more competent and more confident in using the technology, so you can get a quick return on your investment. So that's my story. Healy has been life-changing for me. And I was really blessed to know Jane. You know, we've been friends for many years, and Jane was one of the first people that I called. So Jane, over to you.
Yeah, well, and I'm so grateful and pleased that you did call me, because I was super excited. All the years that I've been in IT for 20 years, and I was getting really, really tired of that particular industry, and only ever working for the next target and the shareholders and what have you. And then also I'd been moving into energy work and the healing arts, and I've been doing that for about 12 years. And I'd begun to move into essential oils and how the frequencies of essential oils can help people get better. Then I discovered bioresonance, and so this was becoming very exciting. Everything was leading me towards the really deep belief that health comes from sound and frequency, and that we can improve our health with frequencies. And so then I was thinking that that was where we were at. And then Deborah called and told me about this amazing device. So I was very similar. It was like, where do I sign? What do I do? How do I get involved? And similarly, the community that we've built, you know, and within Healy has just proven to be the most exciting and brand new, especially in this particular worldwide environment that we have now. I've had a year of real positivity with Healy. So thank you, Deborah.
No, it's awesome. And I just love the way that we all work together as a team. So what I want to present to you today is Healy. We'll go through some of the things that we wanted to know when we were doing our own research, because hopefully then it will help you to shorten your own learning curve and answer all the questions that you've got. So Jane, over to you for the first part.
Yeah, thanks, Deborah. So here's a picture of the Healy, and the Healy is designed for health, well-being, and balance. The Healy is a medically cleared device. So very briefly, we're going to show you a certificate of the legal status of that, cleared by the FDA as a Class 2 medical device for the relief of pain. And to that end, I will read a short disclaimer. So Healy is a medical device for the treatment of chronic pain, fibromyalgia, skeletal pain, and migraine, as well as for the adjuvant therapy of mental illnesses such as depression, anxiety, and associated sleep disorders. All other applications for Healy are not recognized by conventional medicine due to the lack of evidence in the sense of conventional medicine. So yes, one of the most important things we wanted to know was, where's this device come from, who invented it, and what does the company actually look like? So I'll just take you through this now. And one of the amazing things for me was, after 20 years of working in IT, I really was looking and asking for a company that I could work with that would benefit my skills, but also benefit humanity, to be working on something that has a real heart conscious focus. And Healy vision is to empower people to live a healthy, fulfilled, and conscious life, and to inspire our growing community to make continuous positive impact. So, wow, what could be better than working for a company that has those values at its heart? Certainly worked for me. And the main person who we wanted to research about was Marcus Schmeeker. He is the founder of a company called Time Waver, founded in 2007. And consequently from there, the Healy was developed in 2015. Now, Marcus Schmeeker, when he was 16 years old, he had an epiphany, and he felt that and realized that he was pure consciousness, which led him into a career and a lifetime studying physics and then quantum physics. And he became a philosopher, wrote many books, and founded his own Institute for Conscious Research. But he felt all the way through this, and the more he learned, the more he felt that there was a piece missing. So this desire took him to an ashram in the foothills of Tibet, where he became a Buddhist monk for 10 years. So this is what he will say is the red thread going through his whole life, is his passion for creating a bridge between science and spirituality. And that's who our founder is. There's another gentleman, a very, very good friend of Marcus Schmeeker, called Christian Halper. He's a co-founder of Healy and of Time Waver as well. He started off life as an engineer and then became an entrepreneur and philanthropist, making a fortune with a super fund hedge fund. He now invests in sustainable technologies and runs several chains of vegan restaurants around the world. And here is the evolution, just to give you a small bit of background. So the Time Waver company, founded in 2007, this is a frequency device, and it is, you need to learn to a practitioner level to be able to use it. So you invest in becoming a Time Waver practitioner. The investment starts at $14,000 and goes up to $50,000. If any of you are familiar with bioresonance or having these kinds of frequency treatments, it can treat yourself in person, and they can do treatments by distance and also treat groups and stuff like that. And they can create a personalized set of frequencies just for you. So in 2015, the development of Healy came along. They invested over $30 million in the development of this amazing portable device. So they've created something small, it's lightweight, it's portable, and it's made it much more accessible financially for people. The prices start in euros here at 417 and go up to 4,000, so much more affordable. Our Healy editions do have distance treatment capabilities, and most importantly for me, and I know it was for Deborah, is the self-scanning capability. So I also invested in the top of the range Healy and was in profit at the end of my first month. So we'll be able to show you how that can happen for you later in the presentation. 700,000 applications around the world as we speak of Healy treatments in 45 different countries around the world. So this makes it very possible, and very quickly you can have a global business, because many of us have friends and family in our locality, but also friends and family around the world. And I now have people in America and Spain and the UK, all over the world. And 2,500 professionals, health consultants, are using Healy technology on a daily basis with their patients. And here is a quick map. Our active countries are in the pink. We are always opening new markets, and soon we'll be opening in Korea, Mexico, and Canada in the future. And then the rest of the world will deal with it at a later date. Now, I'd like to explain a little bit about the science that goes into how we work towards improving our cellular health. And here on the left is a very famous statement. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, from the famous Nikola Tesla, from whom we can learn a great deal about frequencies and how they work. And that was music to my ears, because this is exactly where I personally believe our health and thriving, not just waiting to get sick, but thriving really comes from. And everything around us is frequency. Everything that we interact with, the way we hold our relationships with other people, everything within our bodies, our hearts, our lungs, spleen, your skin, it's all vibrating at a certain megahertz. And this is the frequency, this information. If you imagine a wave coming along into your bioenergetic field, and that wave is carrying information. And our cells and our bioenergetic field operate and communicate through this language of frequency information. And when your frequencies resonate at an optimum ratio, you then find that you have balance, which then leads to wellness. And that's what we call coherence. That's what we're aiming for. So this diagram actually demonstrates that a young, healthy cell has a cell membrane potential of between -90 and -60. And as we begin to maybe get stressed, anxiety, we may become poorly, inflammation can set in, and the cell begins to reduce in its cell potential down to easily -30 and below. If we start to go below there, then you can develop uncontrolled cell division and leading into cell death. So when we're using our Healys, we're aiming to bring that cell membrane potential back into the lower -millivolts and reverse this process. And just to go deeper and deeper into the cell here, the delivery of microcurrent frequencies has been found to increase the cell membrane potential and ATP production. And as you can see, it's the inside of the cell where we have that fabulous low millivolt level. And as you can see, the mitochondria themselves actually want to operate at an even lower millivolt level. So let's see how that works. Unhealthy cell on the left-hand side, if you remember from the previous slide, -30 millivolts is when we're starting to get inflammation beginning in the body, and this cell becomes hard and rigid on the outside, and only some nutrients can get in, and only certain waste products can get out. Whereas a healthy cell, -70 millivolts and below, well, that's like throwing open the doors and windows of your house when you're spring cleaning. Nutrients can get in, waste products can get out, and the membrane is really soft and permeable. And this is an even more amazing explanation of what can happen. This is a blood cell analysis before and after using the frequency device, using physical microcurrents for 1 hour. And on the left, as you can see, red blood cells, they're all sticking together, they're clumping together. It's very unhealthy. There's poor circulation and poor oxygen. And although it's hard to see on this picture, there is minute webbing beginning to appear between the blood cells. And that's an indication of inflammation. On the right-hand side, 50% improvement. The webbing has gone and the blood cells are rounder and fatter and beginning to move past each other. And this is after just 1 hour. So this demonstrates that health starts at a cellular level. And here we have just a few facts and figures for you. There have been many, many studies on frequency-specific microcurrents. And this is one particular one, which proved that the amino acid transport, just starting on the right of the slide here, can be increased by up to 40%. And amino acids are vital building blocks for protein synthesis. And protein synthesis itself can benefit and can increase by up to 70%. And they are the proteins which form the building of our cells themselves. And as we saw on the previous slide, within the cell, we have the ATP production in the mitochondria. So that's like the gas in your tank. This is where your energy actually comes from. And that can be increased by 500%, which is quite amazing. So thank you very much indeed. We're now going to show you the technology and how Healy actually works. So I'll hand over back to Deborah.
Thank you, Jane. So the technology, let's have a look at that, but let's look at the mission statement of Healy in relation to technology. And the mission statement says that Healy World creates revolutionary products and opportunities to empower you to thrive and live a life of freedom, passion and joy. We deliver frequencies for your life. And it's fabulous because we have one product that can be used by the whole family. We have frequencies for pain relief. Remember, this is a pain relief device. And so I use this on my father. If he's got really, really bad pain, I'll tune in with him and see on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is it today? And sometimes it might be a 7 out of 10. So I'll run a program on him and then check in again. And his pain level could reduce to 2 out of 10 or a 1, or on occasion it's even been a 0. So that really helps to improve quality of life. We have frequencies for fitness, for learning. I use those ones a lot because I've been doing a lot of online learning, and that really helps me with memory, concentration, focus, recall. We've got beauty programs for eyes, skin, hair, nails, etc. There's bioenergetic programs, performance programs. So Healy just isn't used for people who need support from things that are bad with them, but it can also be used for people who want to get maximum performance from the body, such as athletes and biohackers that want to measure and monitor everything and really get optimum performance. But when you're in pain, all you can think about is, how can I get out of this pain? I've been in pain myself, I know what it's like. And so it's a blessing that we have this device. But it can also be used for recovery after exercise, or if you've been working around the house, and you've sort of got sore muscles. It can really help to reduce the time that it takes for that recovery. So let's look at some of the technologies that's working with Healy, and we'll look at these two first. Jane has been talking to us about the science and about how it is working at a cellular level with the microcurrent application. And so microcurrent is one way that we use Healy. And what we do is we have bracelets which deliver electrical impulses to the cells, and it's stimulating the mitochondria. And I think this is why I've had so much more energy since I've been using my Healy. The second way is frequencies for the bioenergetic field. We've called it BEF, bioenergetic field. And this is where it's changing the information in your blueprint, which filters down through that information field. So those are two of the ways. And remember, those two ways, these are mapped out onto these two devices here. So let's have a talk about how we actually use the Healy. So what we do is we actually buy the hardware, and the price we pay depends on how much programs, how much access we want to the lifetime programs, and I'll show you the models at the end. So on the left here, we have an example of a program page, And this is run through the Healy app, which is for delivering the microcurrents to the cells. So it's working at a cellular level. We select a program, it goes up to the Heal Advisor cloud and downloads that program onto the hardware, onto the Healy itself. And you set the program going, which I'll show you in a minute, and that's it. It's really simple to use. The second app is called the Heal Advisor Analyze app, and this one has the ability to analyze our aura. So this is one of the modules that we have, the aura module. It can show us the colours of our aura, show us what percentages the chakras are functioning at, and produce the frequencies to bring us into balance. And it produces some awesome reports which we can use for self-reflection. It's awesome to use as a coaching tool with clients, and you can use it with all members of the family and with animals. So that's the aura module. Now the Healy resonance, what this does, it can look at all the Healy programs and show us what's in the closest resonance with us right now. So it takes all the guesswork out of, which program shall I run? I've got all these options, which, you know, I'm stuck for choice, okay? So the Healy resonance can tell you that, and it can also vibrate those frequencies into your bioenergetic field, and it can do multiple frequencies in one go. The next app is the Heal Advisor Search app, which is where we can put any ailments or symptoms and do a search. And this is supported by the medical advisors who are part of Healy and Time Waver. And so it will give us a list of programs that can really support our health and well-being. On the other side, we have the Healy Watch, which is an awesome piece of technology. And this is, it doesn't just pick up on measurements like heart rates, you know, it'll monitor things like your sleep, your steps, etc. But it will also recommend programs for you to run based on the information that it's picking up from you. And you can use it in conjunction with the Watch Connector app to run those programs through your Healy. So this is incredible technology, and we do have an offer on the watch for the month of July. Now, when Jane and I were doing our research, we wanted to know about how secure is the technology, and I was delighted to find out that Healy isn't built on any third-party software. It's all proprietary software built by the Healy IT team and engineers, and they're using technology called blockchain, which is the same technology that's used in the cryptocurrency market. So it's extremely secure, it's encrypted, it cannot be hacked. The other piece of security is built into the Heal Advisor Analyze app, because when you download this, you download at the same time a master key. And without that master key, you can't access your data. Not even Healy can access your data. So it's very secure, and it's important that you back that up and keep it somewhere safe. So let's look at the Healy Gold programs and Dr. Nuno Nina, who is the inventor of the 144,000 gold frequencies. And these are incorporated into every single Healy device because it's the foundation for our cellular health. And Dr. Nuno Nina is a specialist in holistic health. He owns several clinics in Portugal and Europe, and he's treated thousands and thousands of patients over a 16-year period. So he's very, very experienced. And we're very blessed to have access to these frequencies. The first one is Pure, and this is designed to support the recovery of the cells from negative environmental influences and toxins. And like, say for example, you've been eating food that's contaminated with glyphosates and all these chemicals that are used in the farming process. So Pure helps to detox our cells, and it's a great program to start with when you actually get your Healy. Then we have Care, which strengthens your bioenergetic field. We've got balance, which is for physical balance, and being, which is for emotional balance, which is working at a soul level. Really beautiful program. Then we've got energy, which is incredible for supporting your performance. If my dad's really tired and like on occasion he's not even been able to get out of his chair, I run the energy program on him and then he's able to function. And it works very, very quickly. We have a program called Relax. Who doesn't need that? And we have a fantastic program called Release, which isn't just for physical pain, it's also for emotional pain as well. So these are the gold frequencies. And this is how we actually use the microcurrent. So I've shown you on the previous slide, this is a program page. You select a program, it's downloaded onto your Healy, and then it shows you how to use it. So this is indicating you use the bracelets. So the bracelet electrodes, which just clip onto your wrist. They're there with Velcro, plugs into your Healy with the cables, and then you can actually, once you've actually set the program, you can turn Bluetooth off and you can turn the program off. Okay, so this is really easy to use. Now, the beautiful thing about the technology is it has a quantum sensor. So when you start a program, it'll show you how long that program is due to run for, and that varies depending on the program. It may be 20 minutes, it may be 55 minutes, right? It just depends on which program you're running. But it might switch off early, and that's because the quantum sensor monitors your vibration, your body's frequency, and as you're raising in vibration, it adjusts the frequencies that you're actually receiving. So this is revolutionary. You know, there's nothing like this on the market. So we're very blessed, and this might mean that your Healy switches off before that program has actually run its full duration because your body's had enough. Now, the third piece of technology is using the Healy coil, and this is based on Tesla's coil. There's two coils which are built into the Healy, and it simply plugs into the back of it, and what it does, it forms like this energy frequency around your body, and it forms 0-point frequencies, which is looking at the field of potentiality. And the Healy is bridging the gap between the microcurrents, which is working on a physical level, and the bioenergetic field frequencies, which are working in the information field. So this is bridging the gap between the two. I'm running a program at the moment using my coil. It's really neat. It just slides into here, and I can clip that onto my clothing. And so it's a great way of using the Healy without the cables. And I'm showing the program here. And now that this is running, I can also turn this off, turn the Bluetooth off, and turn off the app, close the app down, so it frees my phone up. So you don't have to keep your phone occupied unless you want to check the progress of that program, which some people like to do. So let's look at the pricing. I'll talk you through this pricing chart, and you'll notice that here we've got some dark grey and then we've got some light grey boxes. The light grey boxes indicate that when you pay the purchase price, this is a lifetime purchase and you have those programs for life. So we start off with the Healy Gold. We have 4 prices shown on the chart. We have the price in euros, and then we have the equivalent price, which is just a rough price because it's based on the euro price, which fluctuates at the time of your purchase depending on the currency situation. But approximately in US dollars, it's $500. In Singapore dollars, it's 667. And in British pounds, it's £356. So that's the pricing. You'll also notice here that we have a points value. And the Healy uses points for promotions and international currency conversions, and you'll see the relevance of the points later in the presentation. So that's explaining the chart for you. So the Healy Gold comes with the gold cycle frequencies. It also comes with a program page for bioenergetic support, and on there's 2 different programs which Healy gifted to us. The bioenergetic program is there to help protect us against things that could be going on in the environment and to give us that added boost for our immune system. There's also a beautiful program in there called Coherence, which contains solfeggio frequencies, and it just connects us with everything in the universe. And I just feel so chilled out when I'm running that program. I run it every day. Sometimes I might go to bed and run it without the cables and just pop it under my pillow whilst I'm going to sleep. It's gorgeous. And then all the models also come with the Heal Advisor search module, where you can put your search in and it will show you which programs to run based on what your own health goals are. So that's the Healy Gold. Now it's a modular system, so all the other modules that we have contain the Healy Gold, the bioenergetic support, and the Heal Advisor. The next one up is the Healy Holistic Health, and this one is €837, and it contains additional programs for the lifetime, which we have mental balance programs. We've got 2 pages of meridian programs, so you've got a lot more choice here. And also Healy gift you for your first 3 months additional programs for fitness and 2 programs for bioenergetic harmony. So it's working with the organs, and it's working to help performance. The next one up is the Aura module, and this is where you've got the ability to scan your body and to look at what percentage your chakras are functioning at, and to produce the frequencies to align those, so that as an energy being, which we all are, it's helping us to balance and harmonize. The price point of this is €1,257. So it contains all the programs of the gold, but in addition, we've got the Aura scan there as well. And you're gifted for 3 months the fitness programs, 2 program pages on bioenergetic harmony, local stimulation, which is really good if you've got pain, and also sleep programs. The one up from this has the additional ability to scan all Healy programs. Okay, so it's got all these and more. The extra programs that we get are for sleep, the chakras, bioenergetic revitalization, which is awesome. That's like an anti-aging program, and learning programs. I'm using these such a lot. And the top of the range one is the Healy Professional. And the Healy Professional, you'll notice here that there's no dark grey boxes, and that's because for a one-off purchase of €4,169, you get all these programs for life. Okay, if anything happened to your Healy and you lost it, for example, or you weren't taking care of it and you damaged it, well, then you can just replace the hardware for a minimal cost, and then you're not paying for all the programs again. You already own those for life. Now, if you choose to continue the subscription for these programs that Healy has gifted you for 3 months, they will reward you by giving you a really substantial 40% discount. It's very flexible, is this pricing program, because you might have the Healy Gold, and then 1 month you want to subscribe just to the Healy Aura module. So you have the choice just to have that as a one-off subscription for 1 month or 2 months, or as long as you want. And so you're just paying for the amount of time that you use it. We've got programs for animals, for example. And so you may have a pet or a horse or a dog, cat, etc., and you want to run frequencies on them because they're having a tough time, and so you can get the Healy Animal Bundle and run the animal programs and subscribe for the amount of time that you actually need this. So it's a really flexible pricing module, and there's something here for every budget. So if you're watching this in July, we have a Healy watch promotion. Anybody who purchases any of the Healy models apart from the gold will get a free Healy watch, and as a bonus you'll get 3 months subscription thrown into the Healy Watch Connector app. If you've already got a Healy membership, you're not losing out, because you also have the ability to get a free Healy just by sharing Healy with people, and if 3 other people buy the Holistic Health, the Aura, the Resonance or the Professional, you will also get a free Healy device. So let's look at how you can get started and what support is available to you. I love Healy because we are one team. We cooperate and collaborate in the best interest of our community and our mission. And so in this way, everybody wins. We all help each other. And this is what I really love about it. And you might be thinking, well, why would I want to join Healy? But it's like, why would you not? When you look at what we have to offer, we've got the opportunity to help yourself and your loved ones. I love using Healy with myself, but it gives me such a feeling of gratitude to be able to help my dad, who really benefits from the technology. How many people do you know in the world right now that are feeling anxious, feeling stressed, have mental health issues? Because we have the ability to help you and the people that you love with those issues and help you feel peace and calm. And I love the next one, because we have a device that can help us to raise our vibration. And you might say, well, why would I want to do that? But raising your vibration means that you're impacting not just yourself, but you're impacting the people around you through resonance, through helping them as well, through working on yourself. It's called harmonic induction, where you're raising other people's frequencies too. So why would you want to wait when you can choose health and vitality right now? And when you invest in a Healy, you're not on your own, you get support. We have support groups on Facebook and on Telegram. We have Zoom calls, we have group trainings, we've got resources, we've got like a back office where we've got an academy there for training, we've got downloads, we've got videos. You know, you're not on your own. You can take this as far as you want to. Now, if you want to invest in a Healy, all you need to do is choose which device fits your budget, and we can help you do that. And contact the person who invited you to this webinar, right? And you go to them, because if you just Google it and just end up signing up on a shop that you come across, you may not get that support that you need, and we want to really make sure that you're supported. So it's important to get back to whoever invited you here, and they will help you to place your order and to plug you in to those resources. The second opportunity is to join as a Healy World member, and that is free at the moment. And what you do is get back to the person who invited you here. They will help you to set up a free member account, and then you order your own Healy through your own shop. And you might think, well, why would I want to join as a member? What does that actually mean? Well, do you have a dream? Right? Health and well-being is the habit to make our dreams come true. And Healy can make also our financial dreams come true, because we have pathways for achieving your personal goals. So you may want to share Healy with other people. Have you ever been to a restaurant and had really good service and you've recommended that restaurant to other people? I know I have. Did I get paid for that? No. But if I recommend Healy to other people, I can be rewarded for doing that. And the reason that Healy can do that is they don't pay millions in advertising on television. They don't pay millions in advertising in magazines and newspapers. Those, when you do those types of advertising, you don't know what's working. It's trial and error. And the most powerful way of getting a product to market is by word of mouth recommendation. And so Healy uses a social selling model. We have an opportunity to share Healy with people, and I don't consider this to be selling. I think my job is to let people know that this technology exists, and then they can make an informed decision after they've got the information. Is that selling? Who knows? To me, it's not. It's about being of service. We can also build a team, and we can also have a leadership role if that's what we choose. And we can be generously compensated in each of those three ways. And what I love about Healy World is it's a heart-based business, and it's full of conscious entrepreneurs all over the world. It has a certain vibration that attracts the tribe that we want to work with. Now, if you do want to do the team building and the leadership role, we've got mentoring and we've got business builder training to help and support you so you're not on your own. And the picture here is we've got myself and Jane, and then we've got some of our leaders. We've got Rita and Sharon and Eliza, and we have other leaders that are coming up. So it's all about helping and supporting each other. And we can be compensated for doing that. Now, I'm going to talk you through just some of the bonuses that are available to you when you become a Healy member. And I want to make this clear that this is in addition to any commissions that you get through sales. So these are just some of the bonuses, and there's many, many different ways that we get paid. So the first one is a cash bonus. And this is what you can be paid in your first 30 days if you just invite people along to webinars or share videos with them and people want to buy. If you have 3 sales in your first 30 days from the qualified list, which is here, so it's any of the modules apart from the Healy Gold, and at least one of those sales is to a customer. Remember, there's 2 types of accounts. We've got customers and we've got members. So you need at least 1 customer, and you've got 1,250 points in device personal volume, which is shown here, because every time a device is sold, that volume is tracked through your business. So if you've got 3 sales at the lowest one, that's 1,500 to start off with, because 3 times 500 is 1,500. So you'd have that if you had 3 sales. You would get these cash bonuses. So it's €25 for holistic health, 50 for the aura, 100 for the resonance, and 150 for the professional. And that's just your cash bonus. You can also earn an advancement bonus in your first full 60 days. And all you need to do is sell 2 qualified devices, so any 2 on this list, and qualify at the team manager position, which I'll show you on the next page. And then you can also get a sponsor bonus, and this is for duplication. This is the people that you're bringing in here, you're helping them to do the same and to get their cash bonus and their advancement bonus. And for every person who receives both of those, you would get €100 sponsor bonus, so long as you're paid at the team manager position or higher. And this is the career path. So there again, it's color coded. So the first ones are for the selling. We have the team building ones, which are in blue, and we have the green ones, which are the leadership path. And if we look at the team manager, relating back to the previous slide, you need to qualify as a team manager. This shows us what we need to do. So it shows us that we need to sell 1 device here. We need downline volume of 2,500 points, and that's all the points going through your business, not just you alone. And you've got 2 people in your business, and in each with each person we've got 500 points. So this is how we read this chart, and it shows us what we need to do to qualify at each level. So we just keep that really simple. So we invite you to join us. Everything's so much more fun when you bring your friends, and we do have a lot of fun. We work together as a team, we help and support each other, and we want to know what each person wants from this business, because everybody wants something different. We need to know, what is your why? Why is this important to you? When I first got involved with Healy, my big why was, I want to raise vibration on the planet. I want to be part of this shift in consciousness. I'm building a global movement to raise the vibration of 10 million souls worldwide. So that's my bigger why. But when I really drill down as to what is so important to me, is I'm doing this for my children. I want to do this to prove to my children that I can start a business from scratch with no money down, because I didn't have any money when I started Healy, and to be financially free, because Healy is my pension plan. I know so many women that are in the same position as me, where they've not got long-term pension provision in place. And I want to show people that you can do this. I want to show my children the steps to creating a global business, and to keep it really, really simple, and that anybody can do this if you've got the desire and you've got a big enough why, because it's the why that will keep you going. So what's your why? Why do you want to do this for yourself? Do you want to do it for somebody else? Or do you have a bigger mission? And it may be a combination of all three. So we invite you to seize the opportunity today. Get back to whoever invited you to the webinar, and make sure that you get your questions answered. Let them know that you're interested and that you'd like some help in choosing the model which will best support your health and well-being goals. And thank you for joining us. I'd just like to invite Jane back, and invite Jane just to share maybe a testimonial of how has Healy helped you, Jane?
Yeah, thanks, Deborah. It's a great presentation. I was beginning to develop when I was on the computer for a very long time, I used to find I was developing this real tension behind my eyes, a draining feeling and brain fog and pains. And it got to the point where I was on a Zoom call with Deborah. I said, I've just got to go. I can't stay on looking at the screen a minute longer. And so I had my Healy had arrived. So I got the Healy out, and I actually ran a couple of quite interesting programs, one called Activation and one called Concentration. And I ran those twice over about 7 days. And I was quite amazed, because, you know, when something disappears and you don't realize it's gone. I was on a call once again with Deborah, and I suddenly said, I'm still here. This is amazing. I've really noticed this dreadful feeling has not come back. And thankfully, it's gone for good. So I'm thrilled.
And I'm so glad it's gone as well, Jane, because it means that we can continue to have our meetings on Zoom, and, you know, you're not uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Look forward to seeing you within our Healy community, and bye for now.
Bye.